Welcome to the weird world of golf rules. Golf is a game of precision, skill, and sometimes, the downright bizarre. Ever found yourself scratching your head over some of the rules? You're not alone. In this video, we're diving into some of the strangest, most unexpected rules that can trip up even the most seasoned golfers. From misplaced balls to nature's interruptions, get ready to be amazed and amused. Let's tee off with our first quirky rule. Now let's talk about the unplayable lie. Imagine this. Your ball lands in a spot so tricky that even Houdini would have trouble getting it out. It could be nestled in a bush, stuck in a tree, or lodged between rocks. According to the rules, you have three options. Option 1. Go back to where you hit your last shot and try again, incurring a one-stroke penalty. Option 2. Drop the ball within 2 club lengths of where it lies, no closer to the hole, also with a one-stroke penalty. Option 3. Keep the ball in line with the hole and the spot where it lies, moving back as far as you want, again with a one-stroke penalty. So next time you find yourself in an impossible situation, remember you've got choices, though none of them are exactly ideal, but hey, that's golf for you. Now let's tackle a rule that's caused quite a stir in recent years, the flag stick. Picture this. You're on the green, lining up for that crucial putt. The question is, do you leave the flag stick in or take it out? According to the updated rules, it's entirely up to you. Leaving the flag stick in can help you gauge the distance better or even stop your ball from rolling too far past the hole. On the other hand, some purists prefer to take it out, believing it gives them a clearer line of sight. So, next time you're faced with this decision, remember, there's no right or wrong choice, just whatever feels right for you. And that's the beauty of golf, always keeping you on your toes. Now let's talk about a rule that's as unpredictable as the weather itself, dealing with natural obstacles. Imagine you're ready to make that perfect shot, but a gust of wind suddenly moves your ball, or perhaps a squirrel decides to play fetch with it. According to the rules, if an outside influence like an animal or spectator moves your ball, you're allowed to replace it without penalty. However, if Mother Nature decides to have a bit of fun, such as wind or water moving your ball, you have to play it as it lies. So the next time you're out on the course, be prepared for anything, because in the weird world of golf, even nature has a say in the game. Sometimes, despite all your best efforts, you find yourself in a situation where continuing to play the ball as it lies is just not an option. This is where declaring an unplayable lie comes into play. Whether your ball is nestled deep in the bushes or stuck in a tree, you have the option to declare it unplayable. You then have 3 relief options. Go back to where you last played, take a stroke and distance penalty, or drop the ball within 2 club lengths of where it lies, but not closer to the hole. It's a tough call, but sometimes, knowing when to take a step back is just as important as making that perfect shot. So, the next time you find yourself in a sticky situation, remember, it's okay to declare defeat and take relief. Water hazards, the bane of many golfers' existence. When your ball takes an unplanned dive into a lake, pond, or stream, you're faced with a choice. You can either play the ball as it lies if that's even possible, or take a penalty and drop a new ball outside the water hazard. The drop zone must be within 2 club lengths from the point where the ball last crossed the hazard's boundary, or you can go back to the spot of your previous shot. Remember, it's a one-stroke penalty, but sometimes that's the best option to keep your game afloat. So next time you hear that dreaded splash, don't panic. Take a deep breath, assess your options, and make the best choice to keep moving forward. Water hazards may be tricky, but with the right strategy, you can navigate them like a pro. Losing a ball is one of the more frustrating moments in a round of golf. Whether it's vanished into the thick rough or disappeared into the woods, the clock is ticking. According to the rules, you have just 3 minutes to search for your lost ball. If you can't find it within that time frame, you must declare it lost and take a stroke and distance penalty. This means returning to the spot of your previous shot and playing another ball from there. So, the next time you send your ball on an unscheduled hike, gather your playing partners, set a timer, and start searching quickly. Every second counts. Remember, golf is as much a game of strategy and quick thinking as it is of skill. So keep calm, act fast, and you might just save yourself a stroke or two. One of the trickiest rules to navigate is the prohibition against grounding your club in certain areas. Imagine you find yourself in a bunker or a hazard. The temptation to steady your club by touching the ground is strong. But wait, According to the rules, you can't let your club touch the sand or the ground in a penalty area before you make your stroke. If you do, you'll incur a penalty. This rule is designed to maintain the challenge of these tricky spots and ensure fair play. So the next time you find yourself in a bunker or a hazard, remember to keep your club off the ground and focus on making that perfect shot. It's all part of the game. Imagine this. You're out on the course playing your best game yet. You line up your shot, swing, and the ball soars through the air. But when it lands, you realize you've made a classic golfing faux pas. Your ball has landed on the wrong green. According to the rule book, you can't just putt from there. You've got to take relief, dropping your ball within one club length of the nearest point of relief, no nearer the hole. It's a frustrating situation, but hey, rules are rules, even when they seem a bit barmy. So, the next time your ball lands on the wrong green, remember to take that extra step back and drop it in the right spot. It might feel like a setback, but it's all part of maintaining the integrity and challenge of the game. Keep calm, follow the rules, and enjoy the journey. Now, let's talk about the number of clubs in your bag. According to the official rules of golf, you're allowed to carry a maximum of 14 clubs during a round. That means if you start with 14, you can't add any more. And if you start with fewer than 14, you can add clubs, but only up to the limit of 14. Why does this rule exist? Well, it's all about maintaining fairness and ensuring that no player has an undue advantage. Imagine having a specific club for every possible shot. It would definitely make the game less challenging. So next time you're packing your golf bag, remember to count those clubs. 14 is your magic number. No more, no less. Stick to it and keep the game fair and fun for everyone. Here's a rule that might surprise you. You can't use your foot to move the ball. That's right, no kicking, nudging, or otherwise using your foot to change the ball's position. Golf is a game of precision and skill, and using your foot would definitely give you an unfair advantage. Plus, it's just not in the spirit of the game. If your ball ends up in a tricky spot, you'll have to rely on your clubs and your wits to get it out. So, remember, in golf, your foot is for walking, not for playing. Stick to using your clubs and keep the game fair and fun for everyone. And now, let's talk about divots. Imagine this. You've just hit a fantastic shot, but your ball lands right smack in the middle of a divot made by a previous golfer. Frustrating, right? Unfortunately, the rules state that you can't move your ball out of a divot. You have to play it as it lies. This rule keeps the game fair for everyone, even if it means dealing with less than ideal conditions. So next time you find your ball in a divot, channel your inner problem solver and take it as a challenge to show off your skills. Golf isn't just about perfect lies, it's about overcoming obstacles. Keep that in mind, and you'll become a more resilient golfer. And now, let's dive into the mysterious case of the embedded ball. Picture this. You hit a powerful shot and your ball lands with an impressive thud, only to find it partially buried in the ground. Frustrating, right? Well, there's an interesting rule for this scenario. If your ball becomes embedded in its own pitch mark in the fairway or any closely mown area, you're allowed to lift, clean, and drop it without penalty. But be careful, this rule doesn't apply in the rough or bunkers. The embedded ball rule is designed to be a fair way to handle those unfortunate situations where the ground itself seems to conspire against you. So next time your ball decides to dig itself a little hole, remember, there's a silver lining to this quirky rule. Embrace the challenge, adjust your strategy, and keep swinging with confidence. Golf, after all, is a game of surprises and resilience. What are your thoughts on this rule? Have you encountered any strange golf rules? Share your experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more entertaining golf content. Keep swinging and see you in the next video.